And we're back for another episode. In this episode, we're going to be carrying on the main story in 6.0 of Final Fantasy XIV. And as always, hello from Mithrie. What's up? So we are here in Ultima Full at 3725, and we need to talk to Grahatia. The quest is called Hello World. Grahatia is ready to take the next step. So we should return to the outpost for now. The others will wish to hear about the errant Omicron. Cool. So we have to catch up with Alice and those who are left. Okay, we caught up with Alice. Let's talk to her. So Graha says you found a suspicious Omicron. That's good, because the units here were of no help. They all had the same thing to say about the Extended Operations unit, that there's no way to arrange a direct meeting. Still, that served to prove that it's business as usual at the outpost. But enough about us. Tell me you learned something more useful. An Omicron trying to make sense of the meaning of life. None of the others were even a fraction as philosophical. This unit may well be in a position of leadership, perhaps even one of those that comprise Sir. As we know, the Omicrons invade other stars and enhance themselves using the spoils of conquest. With the technology at their disposal, they should be able to alter their bodies, be it par or in whole. Setting aside the question of motive, if Sir, for example, wished to have an ordinary Omicron's body, there's no reason why it would not be possible. The problem is how to go about ascertaining if that's what happened. When I attempted to probe further, it promptly ended the conversation. If it is indeed Sir, I doubt it would willingly reveal its true identity. I have an idea. We use lightning on the console again, but we make it stronger, much stronger. At that moment, should the unit exhibit a reaction, that could suggest it has a connection to Sir. It's a bright idea. I dare say it is worth a try. I had a feeling you'd be on board. This time, you must allow me to do the honors. I will stand guard in case your incantation draws sentries to the scene. For my part then, I will approach our suspect and divert its attention. During which time, Mithrie, I want you to observe it closely for anomalous behaviour. I should mention that, shortly before you returned, an Omicron appeared from the same direction. Rather than entering the outpost, however, it headed towards the console. At first I assumed it was a unit patrol, but perhaps... that could only be our errant Omicron. We must seek it out and begin our operation at once. Alright, Alpha Node and I will stand by at the console, and when it's time, I'll unleash a veritable storm. This will work, I'm sure of it. After all, our comrades are watching over us. Come, my friend, let us find this doubt-plagued Omicron. Okay, so let's catch up with Graha, and let's see what happens. Okay, we caught up with Graha. Let's talk to him. So you are the one that was observing the tree, are you not? I'm full glad am I to find you again. I have a question for you, see, about the device which sustains the tree. Provided it does not necessitate disclosure of restricted information, very well. Gra has begun distracting the Omicron. Soon Alice will strike the console with lightning. Observe M17 closely for anomalous behavior. After Alice has cast a spell, you may move the camera. Well... that was an unnecessary piece of gameplay. An anomaly, you say? Performing diagnostic. Error confirmed. My connection to Central Command is suffering from intermittent failures. I must leave at once and present myself for maintenance at the nearest facility. You will excuse me. What you need, my friend, isn't maintenance. It is to confront the truth. While we spoke, our comrades struck the console used to communicate with Sir. That is the cause of your anomaly. You are connected to Sir, aren't you? Affirmative. To what end you sought to assert this fact, I do not know. But before we speak further, we must move away from the other units. I do not wish for them to know my true identity. Very well, our friends are at the console. Let's head there. Alright, let's catch up with them. Okay, we caught up with them.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma 1. It was my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. This body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as we do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body, and at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons, and by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted. It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective. But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy is spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible. In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power. But we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost. Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them, I want you to make me a promise. Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
You say it, I'll do it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back. First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly. We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. And last but not least, a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be marvelous. It will. If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before? Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unalike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
Oh no, not Graha too. I am so distraught. I am so upset. La-di-da-di-da. You believe my emotion? Was it Oscar winning?
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end.
Fair enough. Okay, let's talk to Alice. Sorry to say, twins, you're probably next. They all leave so easily, as if it's nothing. How do they think we feel? Next time we meet, I'll give him a flick. That'll be just the start. Okay. So the next quest is called Forge Ahead. Amidst the sadness of Alphino's continents, there is a newfound determination. The crystalline path, Graha has paved it for us. Difficult as it is, we must carry on. For our friends and all who await us in faith. So come, let us seek the path's beginning. It appears to be near the outpost. Alright, so let's catch up with them. Okay, we caught up with them. So look, Mithrie, a portal has opened. It will surely deliver us true. It must. Alright, let's go through this portal. Alright, this looks like a boss arena. Well, here is where the path begins, and it ascends to dizzying heights. Let's make our way one short step at a time. Okay, let's talk to Alice. So our friends got us this far. Their courage, their strength, their wisdom, their love. We owe it to them to continue, no matter how long it takes. Have not Alice now accompanying you, keep them at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Cool. Alright, so we need to head... Wow, we need to head to quite a few places. Alright. So where are we headed to? I don't know if the world was supposed to like bend itself or something. Maybe I'll climb up here. I was half expecting the platform to repair itself as we got close to it. Alrighty, alrighty. Okay. So let's talk to them. So listen to the silence. So Thancred would scout the road ahead. Yashola and Urianger would trade options on esoteric subjects. Graha would join in the discussion, or else chat with me and Alice about the mission. Istinian would be at the rear, apart yet present. All the while, you would come and go wherever you are needed, and together we would travel. Okay. All I can hear are my footfalls. My heartbeat is so much quieter now. But the fact that we can breathe and continue on is proof that the others are still with us. They are, aren't they? I guess. Alright. Let's proceed. Alright, so I think we're going this way. We sprint. So gaze at the distant stars. So the innumerable lights that shine in the distance, to think that they all could have birthed civilizations, to think that everything they built has gone to dust, their peoples lost to despair, of the stars floating in the sea of midnight, ours is a lonely aberration. And yet, no matter how many worlds have met their ends, with you and Alice beside me, there is nothing I fear. No ocean so vast I cannot cross. Okay. So, those broken stars I see, shattered, ruptured, unraveled, I wonder if they're also worlds at their ends. The sight of them filled me with a sorrow I cannot describe and a truth I cannot deny. Birth and death, whence we came and where we'll return. A wheel from which there is no escape. Cool. Alright. So where we go from here? Up here maybe, I guess? I'm guessing I have to climb up as high as possible, looking at this. Okay, this way. Let's talk to them again. Look back on the path. The portal is barely visible from up here. Truly we've come far, much further than would have been possible had we kept chasing perfect ideals as we did in the past. It is because that we have known the failure and frustration that we have learned and grown from them. The Heidelin has entrusted us with this mission, with the fate of the very star. So look back on the path. It's all a dream, isn't it? A long, elaborate dream. Any moment now, I'll wake up in my bed, still a student, grandfather alive. I go about my day relieved as the fragments of the other life fade away. And that would be happiness, wouldn't it? That none of it, no. No, I wouldn't give up these experiences, good and bad. They are mine, they are me. Fair enough. Let's proceed. Okay, let's talk to them again. So, offer a word of comfort. Rest assured I am fine, but thank you for your concern. What of yourself? Though we can't afford to be leisurely, neither need we rush unduly. We've crossed an impossible distance to stand where we are now, and we're but a few steps away from the journey's end. It'll be over before we know it. Okay, and let's talk to Alice. So, me? Oh, I still have plenty of legs left in me, don't you worry. It's you that I'm worried about. You always push yourself so hard for us, for everyone, and while we're here, we'll make sure to bear our share of the burden. Fair enough. Now let's proceed. Alright. So this must be the way, I guess. Up and up. Okay. Another place for us to talk. Look at the path ahead. Well, this is it, the end of the path and the beginning of whatever awaits. There will be great hardships. We may be made to feel powerless, and yet, come what may, let us have no regrets. No, let us have the pride in what we have achieved. In what we achieved and how it changed for the better. That's worth fighting for and dying for, as they did. Okay. Alice. So, there are substructures up ahead, still a ways to go before we reach the dead sun. Given all this, I know how naive it must sound to hope it all works out somehow. Still, you'll forgive me if I wish for it all the same. And for you most of all. Not that you of all people need it, it's just, after all the help you've given me, for once, I want to be the one to help you. Ookily dokily. Alright, let's proceed. Okay, so we're nearly there. I guess one more destination. Okay, let's talk to Alpha Node. So this is almost normal. It's not unlike many cities we know, but it's definitely quiet. Mayhap the inhabitants are within the buildings or invisible to our senses. Wrong on both counts. There is simply no one here. So, Meteon. Let's just wait an hour for her to walk here. This is how I found it when I arrived. Another star which once pulsed with life, but no longer. How it ended, I do not know. Invasion, sickness, suicide, no one can say. Not live to speak for the dead, they are gone. Gone. Search all you like, but you'll only end up turning back. Okay, so let's talk to Alpha Node. So, if there is no one here, then neither should there be a motion to bar our way. Yep, Meteion seems convinced we'll turn back. What riddle is this? Okay, so this quest is now done. Let's talk to Alice. You're not alone. So if Alice is discouraged, she betrays no hint of it. So whatever Meteion may have said, we should confirm it with our own eyes. We need to have a look around. Indeed, at the very least, it doesn't appear to be a sprawling place like those before. If we split up, it shouldn't take too long to cover the area. Alright, so let's see. What's up? Ooh, you're the bad guy. Ooh, I'm so scared. La-di-da-di, la-di-da-di-da. Alright, let's examine this vantage point. So, there doesn't seem to be anyone here. Perhaps you could try calling out. Hello? Is anyone here? I've got cookies. If anyone has heard you, they do not respond. Okay. Let's examine this tree-like object. The object resembles a tree, and appears to have been fashioned from a stone-like material. Erected in place of an actual tree, or to serve some other purpose, perhaps. Regardless, there is no one left to explain, to tell the story. Okay. Dusty table. Were it not for the thick layer of dust, one could imagine someone drinking from these cups but moments ago. Alright, so where's the next one? Okay, let's go over there to this bar counter. So this place is reminiscent of a bar, but neither patrons nor staff are anywhere to be seen. Egg-shaped containers line the shelves with a loose few sitting on the counter. Vessels for the beverages in all likelihood. A venue bustling with activity until it was not. Alright. And then... okay. Let's see if we can find the next one. Alright. Let's examine the next one. So, in the distance, you glimpse Alice picking her way through the ruins, but otherwise spy no signs of life. If anyone can hear me, say something. Your call echoes faintly before being swallowed by the silence. Cool. Alright, let's find the sixth one. Okay, so we found the sixth location, this rusty door. So, though set slightly off the ground, this appears to be a door, while the objects to the left could be letterboxes. The door is rusted shut, and the film of dust all over suggests that no one has come through this in a long, long time. Interesting. Alright, let's now catch up with Alice. Okay. So, Mithrie, take a look at this. If the road was a little longer, we could take it to just beneath the dead sun. But I suppose this is where the reconstruction ends. How about you? Did you find anything of interest? Stuff, blah, and etc. I see. I noticed the same things. Cups left upon tables, chairs out of place. I don't know what happened here, but I do know that I don't want to be alone anymore. We've searched enough for now. Let us find Alpha Node and compare what we've learned. Alrighty, let's find Alpha Node. Okay, so here is Alpha Node.
Did you find anything?
No. This place is completely deserted. And I can't see how we're supposed to move on from here.
Neither can I. It's quite the quandary. There are no denizens to bar our path, yet there is no way forward.
For another mystery, We did find signs of very recent life. You'd swear everyone just vanished into thin air. I wonder how many ruined worlds like this has Meteion seen.
Could it be? Yes. Yes, I believe I may have puzzled this out. Despite how it appears, it's no different this time. There is someone here who has wished for this ruin. And I believe that together, Alisaie and I can overcome their will.
No, I won't allow it. I promised your parent I'd keep you safe. Stop, not another word. Just, where's option, like, D? Just get on with it.
I'm afraid it has to be done. For our comrades, for everyone on Aetheris, and for myself.
Noble, hurry up.
I will not pretend otherwise. I have my fears. Not for myself, but for you. The last to remain. You are no stranger to carrying the burden of others. But I can only imagine how heavy the weight would be this time. As your friend, I cannot bear the thought of making you suffer so.
Then why suggest such a thing? It's too much to ask of anyone, even her. Why must she be the one? Why must she fight alone? More than a hero, she's a dear friend.
I know, I'm great.
Not only to us, but to so many others. There are so many people in the world who care for you, and yet...
Alisaie, I have an idea. Given the nature of this realm, it may be possible to do more than unbar our friend's path. We might also pave her a new one. For instance, a path where she finds happiness at journey's end. This much, I think we can believe with the utmost conviction, no matter how deep our despair. So please, believe in us too, and press on. Thank you. What are you?
If the plan's decided, then let's not dally.
Yep. Get on with it. That's my way of thinking. No need to be scared.
Ah, there you are. It was as I said, was it not?
It was. We couldn't find anyone. But this place isn't entirely deserted, is it? You are here. You sought out a star of promise and found a ruined husk. Like us, you explored the devastation. Like us, you were stricken. Horrified by the thought that so many lives could be snuffed out as if they were worth nothing. and the thought that you would have to bear the terrible tidings to Hermes. That which you saw and felt, you shared with your sisters, as did they share their own grim findings with you. Overcome by the pervasive despair of these stars, some of you inadvertently ushered their peoples to their ends. Knowing the horrors you know, anyone would feel the same. They would fear what lies ahead and struggle to move forward.
Fear? I had forgotten that such a thing existed. So focused have I been on shepherding despair.
If you can remember, then you can still face and overcome your own fear.
Why would I bother with such an insignificant emotion? If the despair I command is as a raging river, then fear is but a trickling stream. It can do nothing to alter my flow.
Yo.
You spoke with the Aya, yes? Heard their tale of what awaits the universe. It's true. The stars grow colder and more distant. Eventually, all will enjoy frozen solitude. Using the power of Dynamis, I'm hastening that process. In so doing, nothing will be born ever again. Everyone will remain dead. Alas, it will take time for that to happen. So in mercy, I sent you my gift, to spare you needless suffering.
So in her own twisted way, she thinks she's doing a good thing.
Don't worry. Even if no living witnesses remain to mark the event, I'll make certain that Atheris has a proper end.
For all the power you wield, you're more fearful than the familiar you used to be. That Meteion feared simply to move forward. But your fear is such that you've given up on everything. I know it well. That sense of defeat. I've tasted my fair share of it. But as many times as we've fallen down, we've learned how to pick ourselves up and carry on. We take each other's hand, share in each other's courage, follow in each other's footsteps, and turn sorrow into strength.
There are times when we fail. We bear wounds that do not heal. But these experiences are part of life, and they make us stronger. We rise, fall, and rise again.
Oh no, not the twins. Whatever am I going to
Don't worry
do?
about us. You must take the next step, and all the rest after that.
Earlier, an old Charlian.
Please, let them all be safe.
Well...
Cryle? Are you all right?
It's nothing. Just a headache. They'll be fine. I know they will.
Apologies for the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry. An associate of the Scions. He wishes to speak with you at once.
Oh, in this city devoid of life, you sense the presence of another. The sorrow of a thousand worlds weighs heavy, and yet you can walk on. Okay. So make your way to the absolute horizon. Alright. When we get there. But actually, it's in my benefit to have this. So let's go. Because they will be familiar voices.
Do not despair. You are not without allies.
Okay, next.
What we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on.
Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price.
And we for our part are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Save your tears for the morrow. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn.
A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen.
If you don't hear Menphelia's voice, I'm gonna riot.
Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home. I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
Okie.
Strong art thou, mortal.
I guess.
Look to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Let's finish this.
Are we near the end? Here's Mithrie.
Here the path ends. There is no way to reach our nest. I told you. Resignation and acceptance reign in this place. The rejection of life by those who came to curse it. Those whose dreams were unfulfilled. Whose prayers were unheard. Whose labors were unrewarded. Hope cannot deliver you unto hopelessness. Our refuge is beyond you. Always has it been. Such is the nature of this place. You should have remained on Atheris. Struggle will avail you not, nor will it grant your comrades peace. Come, let me relieve you of your burden. You've suffered enough.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't.
How do we make peace with
That's why it's too soon for this to end.
There are so many people in the world.
You must triumph.
Drink of calamity, drown in... Be safe, all of you, and come back.
I am ever grateful. What I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know.
After all these years, is this the answer I was hoping for?
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
And Godspeed.
Perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
I won't forsake our cause. I'll reach you. I'll find a way.
I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
Oh, come now. It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all. I, for one, would have been perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls.
Well,
but I won't say no to a bit part.
What are you?
Half-faded souls of the dead. Isn't it painfully obvious? Worry not. We haven't the power to defeat you, nor is it our duty to do so. Not anymore. That being said, we do have a score to settle. So here I am, Vanar. I suppose you needed me to tie it all together, these frayed threads of our history. But knowing you, I suspect there's a joke in it too. Oh yes, I can imagine you gloating over my forgetfulness. Were I feeling charitable, I might assume you had left room for the possibility of this outcome. Even so, you'll get no applause from me. A single gesture will not lighten the burden I've had to bear. Still, you must be commended. Our methods would not have brought mankind this far. And so, as a show of respect to the Last of Us, I make this declaration.
The Last of Us, woo.
You will not end our journey. That is our answer. The answer of all lives of Atheris, past and present.
As you've called us to the stage, so shall we perform. And creation magics never fail to please. Drawing upon the hopes of your comrades, we will make for you a new path.
What form said path takes depends on you. So focus. Focus and envision that which rejects the claim that you cannot attain your goal.
Ours is the wisdom to weave the fabric of reality. Ours is the power to create.
Meteion, though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run, and so much more. A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
These Elpis blooms serve as proof that this realm is not utterly devoid of hope. No more can you deny its power. No more is yours the dominion of despair.
Exit, stage left.
In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
Avengers! Assemble! Well, there you go. I was so distraught there for a while.
May you ever walk in the light.
How disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
You'll find a way regardless.
Honestly, this is far more than any of us could have hoped for. Let us be thankful.
Indeed. That we thus stand reunited is a gift. Let us not squander it, and see that we all return to Etheris.
Aye. As soon as we've averted the final days.
Good to see you again. Our heroic sacrifice paid off, I take it.
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it. Together.
So it's over to you, Meteon. Come with us, Meteon. That the dead son has got a boo-boo?
Hear me. The voice is within, crying in pain, wailing in sorrow, hurting, hurting. End it. Silence it. Silence our song of oblivion.
The way is open. They can proceed.
So it seems.
You're leaving?
Of course. The Encore is finished, and I will not suffer myself to live again by Heideling's magic. But more than that, the future you seek is not the past we loved. That is why we fought, and why I lost. But though you defeated me, my ideals are inviolate, invincible. Spare me your pity. I have no use for it. If you would do something for me, save our star. See this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and with elation in your hearts, bid the final curtain fall. Only then may it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World, The sacred sites of the forgotten people of the South Sea Isles.
No, but shall I assume that's the next expansion?
What about Mericidia, the southern continent? Do you know aught of its present state of affairs? I thought not. Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance. All of which is to say, expand your horizons, go forth and seek discovery. Some of the civilizations in the reflections will surprise you. As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much. I certainly did.
I pray we meet again. If not in this life, then perhaps another. Whensoever it should be, I trust it will be a most joyous reunion.
For you, maybe. I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, don't be that way.
Cool. Alright, that's complete. So, I don't think I ever knew what to say to the man. In retrospect, I always felt like the wrong thing. But the past notwithstanding, he came to your aid in your moment of need. We are here, and we will not squander this chance he has given us. We will see this tale to a triumphant conclusion and bid the final curtain fall. Cool, that's complete. So we got an Aether Current as well. So anyway guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie. Bye guys.